besides being two of the most famous actors in Hollywood movies. Mark Wahlberg and Brad Pitt are moguls who have made a lot of money during their careers. But have you ever stopped to wonder which of them has the more luxurious life? In this video, you will see a close battle between Brad Pitt versus Mark Wahlberg. So let's fight! Before we get started, I challenge you. You have to click on subscribe and activate notifications, check the option all. But you have to do that in less than 5 seconds. You got it? And if you can, write in the comments #AllAboutSubscribe. Alright, let's get started. Cars. Both actors are quite fond of enjoying beautiful automobiles, but who has the most imposing and luxurious garage? Mark Wahlberg, for example, is speculated to have already passed through his garage vehicles such as $35,000 Toyota Sienna, $75,000 2010 Cadillac Escalade, $95,000 2011 Porsche Panamera, $110,000 2009 Bentley Azure T, $140,000 1999 Lamborghini Diablo VT Roadster. Even more expensive, he once owned a Mercedes-Benz SLS AMG, a rather luxurious convertible car. The vehicle is equipped with an impressive engine, being able to accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.5 seconds, which is perhaps why it is priced at $200,000. Raising the price even higher, he has already been spotted near a Rolls-Royce Cullinan, a super luxury SUV whose price can easily exceed $350,000. The most expensive vehicle Mark has ever been seen using, however, is a Rolls-Royce Phantom Drophead Coupe, a stunning convertible car made for real tycoons. The interior of the car is superbly finished, which is to be expected when it comes to a car like this. And to enjoy all this luxury, depending on the year, you may need to invest $550,000. Brad Pitt, for his part, has owned several vehicles, such as $30,000 Jeep Cherokee, $35,000 Chevrolet Camaro SS, $43,000 Lexus UX, $50,000 Mercedes-Benz E350, $60,000 Chevy Tahoe, $70,000 Audi Q7, $75,000 Lexus LS460F Sport, $77,000 Chevrolet Suburban, $80,000 BMW Hydrogen, $95,000 Cadillac Escalade, $105,000 Tesla Model S, $140,000 Tesla Model X, $160,000 Mercedes-Benz G63. According to some sources, it is speculated that his ex-wife Angelina Jolie even gave him an Aston Martin Vanquish, a super sports car made for those who like speed. The vehicle is equipped with a V12 engine capable of accelerating from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 3.8 seconds. And it is no wonder that the price of this machine can exceed more than $300,000. Another passion of Brad Pitt is his luxury motorcycles, and it is no wonder that he has been spotted on several machines worth a fortune, such as $13,000 Nuda 900R, $16,000 MV Agusta Brute Ale 800, $30,000 Ducati, $40,000 Zero Engineering 9, $100,000 Shinya Kimura Custom, $100,000 Rook WCC 140 CFL Custom, $100,000 Jesse Rook KTM Custom, $200,000 Indian Larry, and even an unbelievable $300,000 ECOS Titanium Series XX. And by the sum of the prices of Brad Pitt's cars being higher, he wins this round. Score 1 for him. Most expensive mansion. When it comes to investing in a nice place to live, the two actors do not skimp at all, always choosing to live in beautiful residences. But who has the most expensive mansion? Mark Wahlberg, for example, has built an incredible mansion on 6 acres of land in Beverly Park, one of the wealthiest and most luxurious neighborhoods in Los Angeles. The main house of the property has an imposing facade with a Mediterranean style and is all built of stone. When entering the interior of the property, we can see that everything is very luxurious, with a super sophisticated decoration, which looks more like a palace. During the pandemic period, Mark Wahlberg could enjoy and spend a lot of time with his family in this amazing property, posting on his Instagram several moments of fun inside his mansion. Among the environments that the actor is always showing on social networks, without a doubt the gym is the place where he seems to spend the most time. It is an environment with a classic architecture, surrounded by white pillars and surrounded by glass, and of course, has dozens of devices that can meet all your training demands. Everyone knows that he is passionate about bodybuilding and is visible looking at his physique. In all, the interior of the mansion has about 30,000 square feet, divided into 11 rooms, more than enough space to house his entire family and receive many friends. Wine cellar, cinema room, living rooms with fireplaces, office with library, among many other things. Outside, the property offers a gigantic leisure area that looks like a recreational club with several entertainment options. For example, there is a multi-sports court where your children can have fun playing basketball. There is also an extensive golf course for the actor to enjoy. And we cannot forget the incredible swimming pool surrounded by rocks with a waterfall, which helps to build a paradisiacal look immersed in nature. No doubt Mark Wahlberg's mansion is capable of offering all the comfort and fun that he and his family could wish for. And there is no doubt that to build this palace, the actor had to spend a real fortune. It is estimated that just to buy the land, Mark needed to invest around $8.25 million. Now that the mansion is ready, its price is estimated to be more than $50 million. Brad Pitt, on the other hand, while he was married to Angelina Jolie, decided to buy a huge farm located in Provence in southeastern France. The giant property is 1,200 acres, with much of the land designated for growing grapes for the production of the praised Miraval Red and Rose wines. Built in the 17th century, the country house has an impressive 35 rooms, much like a medieval castle. It was even there that the couple celebrated their marriage in an intimate way in 2014. But much more than a luxury, the estate is an investment, since the century-old winery produces up to 150,000 bottles a year. And the large castle, bought in 2008 for about $60 million, is still in the middle of negotiations of the former couple's separation. And because Brad Pitt owns the most expensive property, he wins this round. Score 1 for him. Aircraft. Both Hollywood celebrities have been seen with beautiful little jets, but who would own the most expensive aircraft? At the time when Brad Pitt was married to actress Angelina Jolie, they owned some means of air transport. An example is the Cirrus SR-22, a small aircraft, which is able to carry up to 5 people inside. And to acquire such a jet in its latest version, you have to pay about $800,000. Brad Pitt also got a helicopter as a gift from Angelina. The actor got one of the AgustaWestland A109 AMK2 model, an aircraft with capacity for up to 8 passengers, costing his ex-wife about $1.6 million. Another aircraft that Brad Pitt is speculated to have once owned is a Supermarine Spitfire, a single-engine fighter plane that was used extensively during World War II. And according to some sources, the actor is estimated to have paid around $3.3 million. Mark Walhberg in turn owns a Bombardier Global Express BD-700 jet, a sophisticated twin-engine executive aircraft of high performance, large size, and intercontinental range. The interior of the plane is super luxurious, with a maximum capacity to accommodate up to 19 people in great comfort, which can be verified by seeing Mark's posts on social networks. And to give you an idea of how powerful and modern this aircraft is, it is designed to fly long distances at high speed without the need to stop for refueling, which means that Mark Wahlberg can make direct non-stop flights to different continents. And there is no doubt that to enjoy all this luxury, it is necessary to invest a large fortune. To get an idea of the price, there are aircraft similar to his that cost upwards of $15 million. And because Mark Wahlberg owns a much more expensive aircraft, he easily wins this round. Score 1 for him. Watches. Both actors are very vain and do not skimp on their looks. But which one of them has the most luxurious watches? Brad Pitt, for example, has been seen with beautiful watches such as Breitling Premier 42 Norton $5,000, Rolex Explorer $25,000, Rolex Daytona Zenith $37,000, Patek Philippe Ellipse $40,000, Patek Philippe Complications $49,000, Cartier Tank A Guichet $50,000, Rolex GMT Master $270,000, Patek Philippe Nautilus for $150,000, Mark Walhberg, for his part, has also been seen with very expensive and luxurious watches, such as Rolex Cosmograph Daytona in 18K Eve Rose Gold for $95,000. Rolex Submariner in 18K White Gold $140,000. Rolex Day-Date in Platinum $180,000. Patek Philippe Aquanaut Chronograph $220,000. Patek Philippe Perpetual Calendar $380,000. Patek Philippe Nautilus Travel Time $385,000. Patek Philippe Nautilus with 1,343 factory diamonds $450,000. Rolex Day-Date Green Emerald $500,000. And even a Patek Philippe Sky and Moon Tourbillon Haute Artisanat, a fantastic watch launched in 2021, which combines the warm glow of 18K rose gold with brown enamel decoration. Already on the back is a celestial map that recreates the apparent movement of the moon and stars. And to own this incredible piece of jewelry, you may need to fork out about $1,600,000. And for owning more expensive jewelry, Mark Walhberg wins this round. Score 1 for him. Real estate portfolio. Both actors seem to enjoy investing their money in real estate, owning an extensive real estate portfolio. But which of them owns the most expensive properties? Mark Walhberg, for example, once owned a beautiful property located on a 2-acre plot of land. The interior of the property is very spacious and comfortable. The flooring, for example, is all made of oak, which brings a cozier feel to the rooms. The finishings are also modern and chic, such as the beautiful chandeliers on the dining table or the fireplaces in the living rooms. The mansion also has a well-equipped chef's kitchen with large countertops, a projection room with comfortable sofas, and even a game room with a pool table in the center. In all, the interior of the property is 11,500 square feet, divided into 7 spacious bedrooms and 10 bathrooms. The outside area, on the other hand, is the place that stands out the most, possessing a beautiful infrastructure that cannot be missing in Mark Walhberg's mansions. Among the items that exist there are, for example, multi-sports court with basketball hoop, playground for the children, mini golf course, gym with many gadgets, and even a fighting ring. And we cannot forget the incredible swimming pool surrounded by rocks with a strong presence of nature, which is very reminiscent of his current residence. We can say that this former mansion of the actor was a replica of his current residence on a smaller scale. And as it was reported in the media, Mark decided to sell the property in 2018 for about $12.4 million. Brad Pitt, on the other hand, also owns beautiful properties. For example, he once owned a 7,600 square foot house that was built in 1830 and retains all the colonial architecture from the 19th century. The interior of the residence has an antique but very luxurious decoration, with super exquisite furniture, giving you the feeling that you have taken a trip back in time. And according to some sources, the property was sold in 2016 for about $4.9 million. He also once owned a 4,000 square foot beach house in Malibu in California, which according to some sources, the property was put up for sale for about $13.75 million. Already until 2006, while he was married to actress Jennifer Aniston, they lived in a mansion in Beverly Hills in California, one of the noblest locations in the city, where several other celebrities live. The huge residence sits on a 3-acre lot, more than enough space to provide all the privacy that Hollywood celebrities love so much. This property that belonged to the couple was built in the 1930s, and to this day maintains all the similar architecture that was used at the time. The interior of the house is quite large, with over 11,800 square feet of living space, divided into 5 large bedrooms and 13 luxurious bathrooms. As reported in the press, it is known that the actor spent more than 3 years renovating the property, only to live there for 2 years in the end. But this was no problem for Brad Pitt, as the actor is passionate about architecture and renovating his houses is a real hobby. And it is clear that all this investment in renovation brought a lot of results, since even though the property was built a long time ago, it is very well preserved. It is known that the mansion has several pleasant and sophisticated environments, possessing, for example, a tennis court for fun, a beautiful swimming pool in the outdoor area with several loungers, a playground for the children to play, a retro kitchen fully equipped with state-of-the-art equipment and covered with heated marble floors, a gourmet area with 200-year-old wood floors imported from France, several rooms with floor-to-ceiling windows that provide great natural lighting, a dining room with a table for up to 20 guests, a stylish bar with a darker color palette and is equipped with a projector that enables it to be transformed into a comfortable movie theater, and many other things that only exist in mansions of this category. But we can't forget the master suite, which is simply enormous and super comfortable, being equipped with a fireplace and even a TV built into the ceiling that pops up in the room whenever you want. Not to mention the gigantic closet that is so big that it is almost the size of a clothing store. Also on the same lot of the property, there is a beautifully furnished 2-story guest house surrounded by huge glass that provides a beautiful view of the tennis court. And from what we can see, these renovations made by Brad Pitt managed to transform an almost century-old house into something super modern and sophisticated, which probably cost a lot of money. And to get an idea of the price of this property, in 2006 the actor couple sold it for about $22.5 million, but recently it was put up for sale for about $50 million. And because Brad Pitt has a much more expensive real estate portfolio, he easily wins this round. Score 1 for him. Net worth. Being two famous Hollywood movie actors, it is clear that they have made a lot of money throughout their careers. But which one of them has accumulated the most net worth? Mark Walhberg, for example, is a big businessman who invests in several industries. He is known to own stakes in a number of companies, such as the F45 gym chain, the water company Aquahydrate, the sports nutrition products company Performance Inspired, the clothing brand Municipal, the Tequila Blue Arrow alcoholic beverage company, the Mark Walhberg Auto Group dealership network. His movie appearances, meanwhile, are no doubt where a large part of his net worth comes from. The amount he received for each film grew as the productions in which he participated began to be successful and he became more and more known in the film industry. To get an idea, in the movie The Basketball Diaries he received only $60,000, but from then on his earnings grew larger and larger. It is estimated, for example, that he received about $250,000 for Fear, $500,000 for The Fighter, $1 million for Boogie Nights, $2 million for Three Kings, $4 million for Lone Survivor, $6 million for Rockstar, $8 million for Planet of the Apes, $10 million for Shooter, $15 million for Daddy's Home 2, and up to $17 million for Transformers: Age of Extinction. And it's because of this gigantic cash that he is always on the list of the highest paid actors in the world, having already topped the ranking in 2017. And if we add up all his sources of income throughout his career, including his companies that employ hundreds of people, it is a fact that Mark Walhberg owns a huge fortune. Although no one knows exactly how much his fortune is worth, it is estimated that he has something around $400 million. Brad Pitt's salary also increased as his films became more successful and his name became more and more known in the film industry. To get an idea of values, it is estimated that he received about $6,000 for Thelma and Louise, $500,000 for California, $4 million for Say 7 $10 million for Sleepers, $17.5 million for Fight Club, $20 million for Mr. and Mrs. Smith. And with such success, Pitt has managed to amass a veritable fortune during his career. Although nobody knows the exact value of his estate, according to some sources, Brad Pitt is estimated to be one of the richest actors in Hollywood, with a fortune that is also around $400 million. And because both of them have a similar fortune, let's consider this round a draw. Point for both of them. At the end of this fight, we have 3 points for Mark Walhberg against 4 points for Brad Pitt, and he is the winner of this battle. But if you believe that there are still other arguments to defend one of the two, write your best justification below. Hey, you like the video? So don't forget about leave your like and comment, and tell some suggestions of another videos, and hopefully we gonna do it. All about channel, deals to satisfy your curiosity.